Hi YouTube, it's your IFBB Bikini Pro, Lisette Howard, and as promised, we are now 2 weeks out from my next competition, which is just 2 weeks away. And I know that last week I told you guys that I would be bringing you guys along in the last couple of weeks of my prep. So here we go, we're just a little bit less than 2 weeks away. And I'm gonna be showing you again like what my body looks like. But before I kind of get into the details of like how my prep has changed, I wanted to share with you guys that I am so excited to announce that I will be this weekend at the Arnold Classic in Columbus, Ohio. I will be at booth 1127 with the Metabolic Nutrition team. I was there with them last year. I was there with them the year before. So I'm very, very excited to be there again this year. I will be there on Friday and Saturday and a little bit of Sunday. So if you guys are gonna be in Ohio that weekend and you're gonna be at the Arnold, please stop by and say hi. I would love to meet you guys. Last year we had so much fun. We took tons of pictures. We were doing some posing, you know, in the middle of the booth. And as you guys know, if you've been to any of these expos, they give out so much great stuff, tons of samples. You get to try out all the new products. They're super generous with like all of their promos and all of their products. So I would love to meet you guys. Stop by and say hi. Again, booth 1127 with Metabolic Nutrition. All right guys, so we're now 2 weeks out from the musclecontest.com Bikini Championships. It's being held in Los Angeles, California. So I'm getting a little bit nervous. This is the part of the prep where like everything really changes dramatically. And for those of you who haven't competed, I'm just gonna kind of clue you in on what your body is gonna be looking like, because that's the way that I feel and I look right now. You're gonna be flabby, you're gonna be soft, you're gonna be watery, you're gonna be loose, you're gonna not be able to hold a pump in the gym. You're just gonna feel very low energy and your body's not gonna look on point. If that has happened to you or it's happening to you now, like it's happening to me, you are right on track. That's the way that this prep kind of works. That's the way that the body works when you've been depleting and just kind of overtraining and over-conditioning for a long period of time. The body starts to get tired and things just kind of get soft, but that's okay. That's the way that the body should progress as you get closer to the show. You want to be soft and depleted now. You don't want to be soft and depleted the day of your competition. So the harder you deplete now, the better and more full and tight and dry your body's going to look the day of the show. So have my fingers crossed and hopefully that's what happens to me. But we're kind of timing everything out, so I think that we're on the right path. After last week, what are some of the things that have changed in my prep so far? My macros definitely changed. The calories are just slightly under. I'm about 1380, almost 1400 calories right now. But the actual ratios of my macros have changed. So I increased my protein to, I'm between 45 and 50%. I increased the carbohydrates just a little bit. So I'm having about 170 to 175 grams of protein, which I know sounds like a lot, and it is a lot. But it's just, you know, these last 2 weeks, I want to get everything really, really tight. So my protein intake is really high. My carbohydrates are about like 125, 130, 130 grams, which is not too bad. Of course, late night is when the hunger starts to set in and you want to snack. But other than that, throughout the day, my energy is pretty good. And then my fats are definitely low. So we dropped the fats to between 12 and 14%, which is pretty low. I'm having about between 22 and 25 grams of fat. So that part's low, but the carbs are a little bit higher. And I say this to you guys, this is not something that you want to be doing for 10 to 12 weeks. These macros are low, the calories are low. This is something that you guys want to do as you get closer to your show. If you want to really just kind of tighten up your last 10 days, your last 2 weeks, but this is not something that you guys want to do for a sustained period of time. So anything more than like 3 weeks, you definitely don't want to have the calories that low. But this is where my macros are right now. In terms of training, not much has changed. My training has been consistent. I'm training 5 to 6 days a week. My energy is pretty good throughout the day. If I train later in the day, I'm definitely a lot more tired. So I try to get my workout in, you know, earlier, usually between 1 and 2 p.m. is kind of like, or 2:30 is the latest that I'll train. Just because when I'm fresh and filled with caffeine, that's when I get the best workouts. So I try to keep my workouts earlier. I'm pushing kind of moderate weight, a little bit heavy. Sometimes I'm like, when I'm having a really great day, I'll definitely go a little bit heavier. But when I'm doing things like walking lunges or I'm doing like leg presses, I'm typically at about a plate, a 45-pound plate on each side. Walking lunges, I'm not going beyond 50 to 60 pounds, you know, kind of free weight. So that kind of gauges you guys like where, you know, where the intensity of my training is. I'm actually pushing to do a little bit higher volume, so more reps, less weight, just to kind of keep a pump. And my conditioning has been the same, so nothing has changed in terms of cardio. I'm doing 35 to 37 minutes of cardio a day, and that sounds very specific, but the reason is I'm doing a fasted run in the morning. I'm running between 4 to 4.5 miles. And usually it's anywhere between 35 to 38 minutes. So that's my cardio. That's what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything additional to that. Maybe I might do like a 5-minute warm-up uphill walking before my workout, or maybe like a quick, you know, 5 to 8 minute cool down after my workout. I'll do an uphill, you know, on the treadmill walk. Other than that, I'm doing cardio 5 days a week. It's 36, you know, 35 to 38 minutes fasted run. It's a little bit intense, and I don't recommend doing fasted all of the time, but for me, I wanted to accelerate my progress a little bit. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been training for a long time, so I know where I can push my body and where I need to dial it back. When I'm tired, I don't train. When I am starving, I eat. When I don't want to do cardio and I feel like my body's drained, I don't do it. So one thing that I've learned after competing for 4 years is that you have to listen to your body. You have to pay attention to the signs. If you're fatigued, if you're not sleeping, if you're exhausted, if you can't think, you need to eat, you need to rest, and you need to stop training. Listen to your bodies, ladies, because that's really, really important. When I first started competing, it was more about like just going balls to the wall, beast mode 24/7, never giving my body a break, and you quickly burn yourself out that way. When it comes to doing your contest prep, listen to your body. If you need a break, take a break. Nothing you do is irreversible. It's only gonna help you. I don't train 7 days a week. I train 5 to 6 days a week. If I had a not so good of a workout, then I'll add a 6th day, but I'm typically training 5 days a week, and my cardio is 5 days a week. I'm not doing any more than that. I give myself 2 days of rest. And I make sure that my diet is really clean. If you have a good tight diet, you're following your macros, and you're pushing yourself with your conditioning. So you're doing good aerobic exercise where you're doing HIIT, you're doing lifts, you're running, you're sweating, you're panting, you're elevating that heart rate. There's no need for you guys to kill yourselves and do hours and hours of cardio a day. So that's kind of where my prep is at. Now I'm gonna show you guys what my body looks like, hopefully on the camera, because in person I feel like I look much better, but once you see the picture side by side or the video side by side, sometimes you don't look as good as you think you do. So hopefully, I definitely think my body's better. I was at 115 pounds last week when I checked in with you guys. Actually, I was at 115.5. Today I'm about 114.2, 114. So we've dropped about a pound and a half in 7 or 8 days, which is really good. That's kind of consistent. That's kind of where your prep should be, a pound and a half every week. That's a really nice steady pace for you to be losing weight. Of course, your last week when you deplete water, you'll drop a little bit more faster just because your body holds a lot of water. But we'll talk about that next week when I do my last check-in right before the show. So here we go, guys. This is what my body looks like. All right, guys, so here we go. This is what my body looks like. These are some of the poses that I do on stage, just like I showed you guys last week. So definitely the waistline is coming in. The lines are there. I'm a little bit tighter. I was a little bit watery last week, but this is just kind of where we're at right now. I'm working on trying to keep a shoulder pump because my shoulders tend to flatten out a lot. And I've been working a lot on like that lateralis, that line that goes down the quad. It's not there just yet, just because I'm really pale. I still haven't tanned, you guys. But here we go. This is another fun pose that I typically do. This one really kind of shows off the waistline. And then if I show you guys the back pose, of course, my back is really pale, but here's where we're at. I'm working hard on trying to show that hamstring split, trying to get a nice kind of upper volume on the glutes right here. Let's see if you guys can see that. Nice circular look to the glutes, so here we go. Transition, I always kind of lift. This is kind of like a model pose. I haven't done this one in a while. And then again. The front pose. So this is it. This is what my body looks like. I definitely have a little bit more lines on my legs. I actually got a myofascial massage. I got one done last week. I was really, really tight. My hip flexors were tight. I had a lot of like calcification and like lactic acid buildup in my back. I had a lot of like nodules and stuff in the tendons close to my knees. It was really hurting me, and my IT band was extremely tight. So I got a myofascial massage last week, which really helped me so much. My conditioning just got better, my training got better, I had much better range of motion. So for those of you who are experiencing any kind of pain from like training and from doing cardio, I highly recommend that you guys go do like a corrective massage, a myofascial release, something like that. It's something that all athletes, like all of us do, and it's really helpful for just, you know, getting that range of motion and allowing those muscles to really get that good blood flow throughout your training. So I did that last week. That's why I'm a little bit bruised. You guys can probably see here. I have some bruising. I definitely have some bruising on my back because it's intense. Those massages are intense, so it's not like something that's for pleasure. It's really to help you guys just kind of show off those lines and get really tight. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you're looking for a good program that tells you everything you need to know about competing, ladies, and when I mean everything, from your suit to hair to suit color, style, cut, posing, glam, nutritional program, my own personal training and conditioning program, what the judges are looking for, aesthetic balance, I mean everything, then please visit my website, lisettehoward.com. You guys can click the link above. It'll take you directly there. You can download my Bikini Body Competition Manual. Ladies, there's such great information in there, and it really kind of dispels all this mystery of what competing is about, specifically for bikini. So this book is specifically for bikini. It's just based on my experience and some of the things that I've encountered throughout these years. So I think you guys are gonna absolutely love that program. Again, you can find it on my website, lisettehoward.com. And stay tuned because I will be bringing you my last progress video next week. Hopefully I'll look 10 times better than I do right now because we'll be a little bit more depleted and we'll be dropping some water. So hopefully we'll look much better next week, but I'll keep you posted on that. And again, if you're gonna be at the Arnold Classic, please stop by the metabolic booth. I would love to meet you guys. You can also find me on Instagram and Facebook under LisetteHoward_fitness. I'll be keeping you guys up with my prep. I'll be sharing with you guys all the workouts that I'm doing, and I'll also be taking tons of pictures and posting tons of stuff from the Arnold. So find me on social media and don't forget to subscribe. Ciao guys. Mwah. Thank you so much for watching.